Hello friends. Tonight, I invite you to leave behind the noise of the world and step into a simpler time. A time of quiet villages, warm hearths, and the gentle hush of falling snow. In this calm and peaceful story, we will journey together into a winter evening in a medieval village. So find a comfortable place, close your eyes if you like, and let your imagination drift. Tonight I will share with you a winter evening in the medieval village. On a winter evening, long before the modern world brought its restless noise, a quiet medieval village rested beneath a soft blanket of fresh snow. The narrow lanes were hushed and empty, with only the faint trace of footprints marking where someone had passed on their way home. Small cottages stood close together, their steep thatched roofs shimmering under the pale moonlight. Smoke curled gently from stone chimneys, rising slowly into the indigo sky. Inside one of these cottages, a large hearth burned low and steady. The fire cast a warm golden glow across the wooden beams and the worn earthen floor. A family gathered close, wrapped in woolen cloaks, their faces calm as they shared a simple meal of bread and root vegetables. The youngest child, eyes heavy with sleep, rested against her mother's shoulder, listening to the quiet crackle of the fire and the soft murmur of her father's voice as he spoke of the days when the snow would melt and the fields would be green again. In a small workshop near the village edge, the blacksmith wiped soot from his hands. His tools hung neatly along the walls, each one shaped by years of careful work. Tonight his forge had been cooled, and the only light came from a single lantern, flickering gently in the darkness. He paused to listen to the wind moving across the eaves, carrying with it the scent of pine and frost. There was comfort in knowing that even in winter's chill, the forge would wait for him, ready to spark again when the days grew longer. Not far away, an old woman prepared her herbs by candlelight. Bundles of lavender, rosemary, and dried rose hips hung from wooden beams, filling the air with their clean, earthy fragrance. Her hands moved slowly, sorting leaves into small clay bowls, her mind quiet with the memory of all the winters she had seen. She paused to look out the window, watching snow drift past the shutters, each flake unique and fleeting, like 1,000 small blessings falling from the night sky. Beyond the cottages, the village chapel stood alone in the snow. Its narrow windows glowed with candlelight, and a thin plume of smoke rose from the chimney. Inside, a young couple knelt together, whispering a prayer of gratitude for the harvest, stored safely in their cellar and the hope of spring that lay hidden beneath the frozen earth. The air smelled of beeswax and old wood, and the silence felt as soft as a blanket.